So it's just a lot of the time people try to be Superman, you know, and they try and be superhuman, you know. They, um, try and do things, and you know, they're under the impression that they are, um, you know, they're and the intention that they're tough enough to basically do whatever it is they do, and you know, they'll still be happy, and they'll still experience life the way they want to experience it. You know, it's like, as an example, people that say they're getting bullied by others, and let's say somebody's bullying you, someone's hating you and being horrible to you and beating you up and stuff like that. And a lot of people will try and be Superman like this, and be Superman in the sense of like they'll try to be superhuman, and they'll try and be like this is gonna sound. You just listen to what I'm saying. Um, they'll try and like just let the bully get away with it and not stick up for themselves, and because maybe they don't want any trouble with the police, for example, and because the fact of the matter is, if you pick up a gun and you kill that person, you're gonna go to jail for life, even though that person was bullying you and being horrible to you, which is pretty unfair. Um, that's why I think it's pretty unfair. Um, the fact of the matter is the police expects you to be superhuman in the sense of um, always do the right thing, always do the best option. You know what I mean? Um, in the police's eyes, I mean, it's like if someone was bullying you and beating you up and everything, and being horrible to you, the police would expect you to just take it and not kill the person, for example. You know, um, even though they're being horrible to you, and that's kind of like how you would stay out of trouble with the police. Being superhuman in the sense of like going against, not succumbing to being angry and rage, not losing your temper and ultimately sticking up for yourself and killing the bully, you know, which at the end of the day, I mean, the desire to kill the bully is pretty strong because, you know, the bully is, you know, making you feel horrible. And when someone's been horrible to you, there's nothing better than sticking up for yourself and hating them back, hating the bully back, and, you know, winning the fight, right? And making the bully feel like shit, and you come out victorious and feeling, you feel good about yourself because you loved what you did the self-loving thing, and which was basically loving yourself, caring about yourself, and you know killing the bully, which is protecting yourself, basically just making just doing what was self-loving to you, what's going to make you feel good, what's going to make you feel happy. But like I say, if you do that, the problem with the world is you're gonna have a problem with the police, and you could go to jail for life for doing something like that. You know, even though the bully was the one who entered your life, and you know, they treated you horribly, and you know, you're not the one who, you know, brought that person into this world. Um, but you've got to suffer. Um, you've got to suffer from their actions, and the police is a very, you know, you're very trapped into ultimately doing whatever the police um, say you should do, like you know, the best thing to do. But at the end of the day, doing what's right and wrong, doing what's right, you know, living by that is not going to necessarily make you happy, because you're dealing with a human being, and you know what I mean. If you push somebody's buttons, right, if you keep prodding them, at some point they're going to snap and beat the shit out of you. You know, so if a bully's being horrible to you, at some point you're going to snap, and you're going to beat the shit out of them or kill them or whatever. You know, it's you know, and at the end of the day, who cares about what's right and wrong when, you know, somebody pushes your buttons like that? You know, you could care less what's right and wrong in that moment, and you're gonna think, fuck it, I'm just gonna kill him. I don't care, because you're angry. And like, you know, the police don't empathize or look to understand that. They just say, oh no, you killed him. You know. The fact of the matter is, the police weren't in that situation, so they don't relate, and they don't understand, because you know, people get the impression that everybody is living a life just like them. Do you know what I mean? Like, their circumstances are all the same and everything. But the fact of the matter is, that's not true. For example, in my life, for example, I don't get bullied. You know, I live a happy life, and you know, but whereas there are some people in the world who get beat up every day, right? Who get abused by their parents and stuff like that. So, you know, it's so if you look at somebody's situation, I mean, it's just the fact that the problem is with the police is they don't always look to understand. Well, they don't look to understand what you're going through, your situation, your circumstances, and they end up, you know, because they don't understand you, they just think, oh, I don't know, throw them in jail. You know, it's illegal, so just throw them in jail. They don't look to understand, which is the problem with the world, which is the problem with the police. They should look to understand. You know, you're dealing with human beings, and you gotta empathize with that. And like I say, there's this obsession with, you know, doing what's right, and you know, it's probably a good thing to do what's right, you know. But at the same time, there are some situations where it's like I couldn't care less what's right. I couldn't care less what's right, and you know, because of, you know, if people are going to bully me, then why not pick up a gun and kill them? If they're going to push your buttons, and you know, they push you to the brink, It's perfectly understandable to pick up a gun and kill them, right? Um, because you just can't let people treat you like that. And if you love yourself, it's going to make you angry that people are disrespecting you like that and being horrible to you. You know, if maybe they're abusive to you or whatever. Um, so the the law needs the police need to look to understand. You know, they need to understand that what the right thing to do isn't always. Um, I want to say it's not always superior than what the wrong thing is to do. Because it's you know, if you're angry, it's just like it's hard to care. It's just the fact that like sometimes doing the wrong thing is understandable enough in order understandable enough to where we should let people do it and get away with it. I don't want to say get away with it because that sounds like they're like they're doing something like they're in the wrong for doing the thing that's wrong, which is just think about you got to really understand what I'm trying to say there. But sometimes doing what's wrong is understandable, and we need to empathize with that and look to understand why sometimes people do things that are wrong. That's it, and you know, let them do it, and not punish them by putting them in jail or anything. Just let them live their life, continue living their life, and being free, and just not going to jail. That's all I'm saying. So that's it. All right, bye.